So some of you will remember this car. This is the 1960 MGA that I did so much work to last year on the channel. Now, is it back because of some mechanical problem or electrical problem? No. Actually, I wish that was the case. So those of you who have been around my channel for a little while will know that I did all the body and paint on this car. And then I did most of the reassembly. Just took it to the point to where it was a drivable, usable car. Then the owner was going to take it home and put the interior in it and finish up all the little details himself. So he had thrown the seats in it and started driving it and enjoying it a little bit, and never got around to actually doing the rest of the interior. And he actually brought it to our spring show this spring, just like that. Now, I kind of figured that it was possible that he would end up bringing it back to me to do the carpet, and that it may or may not actually get finished unless I help him with that. But unfortunately, the owner passed away relatively suddenly about a month ago, and it was a real surprise to everyone that knew him, because he just didn't seem like there was anything wrong with him. But nevertheless, you know, cancer got a hold of him, and it happened very quickly. So he will never get a chance to actually finish the car or see it finished. So those of you who were watching this last year will know that he was also into Alfa Romeos as well. Now, a couple of guys from the Alfa Club and I are now involved in trying to help to settle up the estate by dealing with the cars so that the widow doesn't get screwed over, which she almost did. Somebody come in and gave her an offer on everything, and she almost took it just to be done with everything. And then the Alfa Club stepped in and said, no, 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 we can't let this happen to you. And so now I'm working with one of the guys in the Alfa Club. I'm going to finish putting this car together. We're going to do the carpet, door panels, and some little stuff to get it ready to put it on, bring a trailer, so that she can get a worthwhile amount of money out of the car and not settle for less, because she wants to be done with this stuff and get out of the state of Ohio before winter hits. And if she tried to deal with this, it wouldn't happen. So we're doing it for her. So we'll have a few videos here of me finishing this car up to help her out. So I guess let's get going. So the first thing we're going to have to do in order to do the carpet is we got to take these seats out. And he had actually put the top frame in here. We got to take that out too in order to actually do the panel kit or any of that stuff. So that's where we're going to be starting.
Okay, you're good.
So on an MGA, the seat bases are really just kind of snapped in place. You just pop them up out of there. This piece of wood just goes in behind here, and then the tension of the padding to here holds it in place. So we just kick those out of there. Now, originally, there were T-nuts in the wood. Now, in this case, the new wood didn't come with the T-nuts, and he drilled holes and just put bolts through there with washers and nuts on the bottom. So we just need to take all the nuts off the bottom, and then we can take the seat out. Now, I don't know who had recovered the seats or when they were recovered or anything about that, but I do know that that was done sometime in the past before he ever took this car apart for paint, and he just bolted them back in. Now, the seats here technically are both right and wrong. The seat backs, there'll be a taper. The outside of the seat back goes to the outside of the car, or the lower part of the seat back goes to the outside of the car with the higher part to the inside. So the seat backs are in there properly. But the bases are bolted to the wrong sides of the backs. This is actually a passenger side base, because the angle goes against the tunnel. And then of course that's the driver's side. So that's one thing we will have to fix while we're in here. Well, I got all the seats out, seat belts, everything. Now I got a decision to make here. Do I actually correct these seat frames like I was thinking about, or do I go ahead and just put them back in the way they were? Because when he drilled the seat frames holes in the floorboards, he didn't quite get them right and ended up drilling them oversize. So now we got some big holes in here, and there's no way I'm going to leave those holes in there. So I either have to put the seat frames back in the way they were, or glue those up, put some wood plugs in there and glue them up, and re-drill all the bolt holes where they need to be to fit the frames correctly. So I'll be contemplating that, deciding for sure which way I'm going to go with it. But in the meantime, next time you see this car will likely be me putting the carpet kit in.